your skin. The lover's right, let them have their time. And I have this notion, let's keep these wheels in motion. In motion. And it's worse you for that I did not know. Did you think I would let it go? Oh no. And in time, yes, I think it's absurd, but until then you'll leave your words. But lay on, lay on. Now it's time to defend your lies, the lies you've been feeding me all this time. And will you reoffend? Oh darling, you say that you are innocent, but your ways, they seem irrelevant, but still play on. Now it's time to defend your lies, the lies you've been feeding me all this time. And will you reoffend? Oh darling, have you reached your lover's end? No more. Will we make pretend like we something to fight for? Oh. We had nothing to fight for. We had nothing to fight for. We had nothing to fight for. We had nothing to fight for.
Good evening, race fans, and we're here. This is the ZFS Racing World Series Season 4 final round. And we're the GR3s coming to you from Japanesey land, or Japan, as it's otherwise known. Kyoto, Yamagiwa, and Miyabi. One of my favourite tracks. So, without further ado, let's have a look at. We'll look at the standings because. It's, there we go. Right, so just to explain how this works, there's been 6 rounds. There are 2 drop rounds. So, in order to score points, the drivers competing tonight need to score higher than their lowest scoring round. Does that make sense? So, for example, Amsterdam leads the way at the moment on 98 points. If he wants to score points this evening, he needs to do better than 22 points. And I think 22 points is third or second. I think it's second. Yeah, 22 points is second. So he needs to win essentially, or second with fastest lap, and then he'll get an extra point. So the maximum. How you doing, Dan? Good. I'm just explaining how you can score points. I'm also going to explain how somebody else can win the championship, although it's pretty difficult. So let's assume that Dan doesn't do better than 22 points. He will stay on 98 points for this current season. That's how he'll finish. That puts him 11 points clear of Gouda. Now, for Gouda GT Bro to win the championship, excuse me, if someone wants to tell me what his PSN is, because I've forgotten, that'd be quite useful. Well, it needs to be, he needs to essentially score more than 19 points, but score 11 more than Amsterdam does today. If that makes sense. I hope so. So basically, Dan needs to crash, leave the lobby, go to the shops, have a little cry, not come back, and be deducted points. It's essentially, he can't be caught. As he says there, he can't be caught. But who knows? His internet could crash out before the race starts. He doesn't compete. Boom Shankar, Gouda GT Bro is champion. Or Shake Your Booty is champion. Catch you on the flip too, man. Yeah, it's insane. So looks like Dan has won this championship, but will he go out with an emphatic win? Will he be able to break that 100-point mark? In order to do so, he needs to win this race today. 17 laps, of course, here at Kyoto. Right, so top 3. Still is up for grabs. Shark can still jump into that top 3 and potentially nicking second or third. That's still very much on the cards. Right, we've got that out of the way. Let's have a look at the team. So, Soul Salty Racing. They can still be caught, but again, it requires some cock-ups, I think, for Morrow Motorsport to nick it. Third is still up for grabs, though, with Grand Prix. The Grand Prix, however you want to put it. Also, Dead Bunny Racing are in there. Ninja Blade Racing need a miracle, of course. And TurboTex, I think, have relegated Lost Boys to last position. So, there you have it. Room is being prepared, and then we will get cracking. We're looking at qualifying times of I'm going to go with a 2:16. Not because I've managed to do that. I think I did a 2:23. I did a couple of laps because I quite like this track. Yeah, I wanted to do more laps actually, but I had to sort out my daughter's tickets to get to Taylor Swift in June. She was originally going to fly, and then, you know, when you go in and you book the flight, and then you have to add like £3 to pick your seat, and then like £8 to take a slightly bigger bag than something the size of a fucking envelope, and then like an extra £1 for this and an extra £2 for that, and it ended up being like ridiculous. So she got trained instead for like half the price, but of course it takes 3 times as long, and will probably be cancelled and go via Paris or something. But there we go. So there we have it. So in terms of predictions, So Salty Racing, of course, they're predicted second. Looks like they're going to win it. And, of course, with Dan was predicted third, and he's won it. Albeit if he doesn't disconnect. But Good GT Bro, if he can stay second with a season prediction of 7th, that is a massive, massive jump. Vescu there in 6th. Good point scoring for him today. He only need to score more than 14 points to get to increase that 62. He could potentially jump JJ, unless of course JJ himself scores some big points. So there's some good improvements on season predictions. Shake Your Booty missed round 2, and he didn't have a great round 3. So that has been the kicker for him, not being in this championship fight. He's going to be there or thereabouts, of course, in the race, but not in the fight for the championship now. There we have it. So, done and dusted. Do you know what? I was talking briefly to my counterpart who's doing Lobby 2 earlier, Corentus, and we are genuinely gutted that this series is over, because this has been an absolutely awesome series of racing. It's far too short, Army. 6 races is too short for a World Series. A World Series should be like 10, 12 races, but each their own. And we'll certainly have a chat about something going forward potentially. We'll see what's occurring. But we've got 10 in this evening. Drivers to watch out for: Dan, of course, in the RX Vision GT3. Shake Your Booty in the Huracan GT3. They must use the hard tyres today. Use all the tyres they like, but they must use the hard compound tyres. And to be fair, you only probably get 4 or 5 laps, 5 good laps out of the softs here. And it is a 17 lap race, so you're probably going to want to use the hards at some stage anyway. Be interesting to see how many people use the hards and then ditch them quite quickly. As anyone that watches me on a regular basis knows, I'm not a fan of that. I'm of the firm belief that if you have a mandatory tyre, you should frickin' use it, man. But it seems that any time you put a hard tyre into a series, people want to ditch it after a lap or two, as quickly as they possibly can. But how do you police it? You can't police people doing it, and it is choice at the end of the day. Right, but qualifying is about to begin, and we are 17 laps away from the end of this absolutely fabulous season. Absolutely fantastic, as they would say. Right, let's get all the gubbins up on the screen. We don't want that on. Right, so who's going to be out for? Who's going to be my willing victim? And it's going to be Evil Cat, who's in the the car I really enjoy actually is that Alpha 4C. Shake Your Booty, not hanging about, straight up the inside, and he has decided he wants to lead the way, and he's gone for the Lamborghini Huracan rather than one of the smaller GR3s. But let's have a look who's got what. So Shake Your Booty in that Lamborghini Huracan. You've got the Alpha 4C, beautiful car there. Evil Cat in there, someone who's just gone very wide. That's the Supra, I believe. It is indeed the Supra. That's JJ. Volps is in the Alfa Romeo 4C as well. Vescu is in the... What's the... Oh, he's in the 4C as well. Lots of people using that 4C. He's in 4C? No, he's in the BMW. BMW Z3. Sometimes the camera angles are a bit weird, aren't they? That is also the BMW Z3. That's Jack's. Edinburgh lad, he's in the Audi. Interesting choice. I don't like this car, and I know a lot of people complain about it, but he's getting. He looks like he can get some good times out of it. There is Shark. He is in the. How can I not spot these cars today? He's in the Honda NSX. There we go. I think it's just the camera angles are a bit too far away. For Morrow Motorsport, they need to score high today if they want to have a chance of nicking the championship for teams. There is Tino. Tiny Tino. That looks like a BMW. It is indeed a BMW. The TNT BMW. Tic Tac BMW, in fact. And Amsterdam is in the RX Vision beast of a car, and it makes just the most amazing noise. Absolutely love it for So Salty Racing, hence the why So Salty on the side. So it is 10 minutes of qualifying, if I do believe. Yeah, it's 10 minutes of qualifying. And it's Sheikh Djibouti who we're going to do the onboard lap with, and this is how it looks from the inside of his car. So this is turn one, sweeping left hand. You've got to be really patient. Then if your tyres are warmed up enough and you're on the soft, flat through here, he's going flat on the mediums, and that's great car control. You've got to be careful not to abuse those curbs too much. You go too wide, you will spin. Down to this double apex left-hander, and it's really, really late first apex, and then your second apex just round here, bang, and then you go wide. You don't really need to clip the apex too much there. It's all about exit speed. Heading down the hill, off of the Yamagiwa course now onto Miyabi, flicking it right, and it's Miyabi in reverse, Yamagiwa in the correct way around. And this is the tricky final sector of Miyabi, where you sweep round to the left hand side. On the power, you've got this little left-right combo, which you can take flat out left and then right, and you want to just head up the hill flat out. You need to have good speed coming through here into this very, very tricky long left-hander before you get back on the power. You don't stay on that right hand side for too long. You want it to go left because you're back into Yamagiwa. Big, massive braking zone for this huge, almost J-turn hairpin. Again, double apex on the power on the way out, flicking it to that left-hand side. You can stay flat out up the hill and stay to the left as you flick the car right, and then stay right for another massive 180 switchback. Single apex, clipping that, using all of the road on your way out, and immediately putting that car over to that left-hand side for a very tricky, almost chicane here. You're braking not quite in a straight line. Got to be so careful with car control. Heading down to the final corner, left-hand side down to third gear. He's going second, getting really tight. I think it depends on your car. On the power again, he goes using all of that road and some extra, and heading down towards the start-finish line. Back on Yamagiwa again, of course, and boom, across the finishing line he goes, and that is the first lap out of the way, but no time set, so clearly he went off the track at some point there. Right, oh no, yes, that time. Yes, that time. I don't know why it wasn't showing up. That's something that PD have got to fix, really. Right, so that's a blister. I want to say I said 216, didn't I? 216, 666, the number of the beast for Vescu. That's a brilliant time for Vescu. Pipping Sheikh Djibouti with that 216.8 to second position. Row 2 is currently Jax with a 17.7 and JJ with a 17.8. Nothing separating those two. Get any closer, you'd need a crowbar to pull them apart. It's Vulps in the 219.2 with Shark 219.2 as well. Big spread in the field at the moment. A couple in the 216s, couple in the 217s, two in the 219s. Still waiting for Edinburgh Lad to set representative. Well, he's had a time, but it looks like he's gone back in and changed out his tyres again. Of course, you have to qualify on the tyres you're starting on. I think. Yeah, I think you do. You qualify on the tyres you're starting on. So he's on the hard compound tyres, so he's not going to be able to set the kind of blistering time as Evil Vescu and Shake Your Booty. Evil Cat also on those hard compound tyres, 219.9 for him. Tino as well, that's a 224.6. Certainly more time in the tank for him. I know that for a fact because even I was quicker than that, and I crashed. And Dan, yet to set a time. He clearly decided that he wasn't happy and aborted the first run. How is he looking as he comes across the line through that penalty line, which is brutal here, absolutely brutal, across the line, and he goes only 9th fastest with a 22.1, so plenty of time still for Dan to find it very wide through turn 1. That's quite an interesting line through there. There seems to be two distinct lines. It's one where you go quite tight, and the line that Dan takes, which is very wide to start off with, but flowing nicely through the twisty bit after that. And he didn't lift much, if he lifted at all, for that. on those hard tyres, so that's good car control. Right, Vescu still on pole with that 666, the number of the beast. You can't change it. You can't beat it. Oh, he bloody does not. No, he didn't. 17.5 for him. I love the fact he's 666. Makes me feel all like warm and fuzzy. Sheikh Djibouti, he is still second. Clearly, that was so. This is an outlap for him. So he's literally doing one hot lap on the medium tyres and then going all over again. So Jack still third, JJ in fourth. Still in those 2:17s for those two. Volks Hudson didn't better than 19.2 that he did with his first hot lap. Neither did Shark, and there is really nothing between them. Piece of paper separating them two in terms of time. Just the thinness of a piece of paper. Edinburgh lad, only a tenth slower than Shark at the moment, so that's 2:19.3 for him. But he's having another crack at it. This is a new, fresh set of hard compound tyres in the Audi. Evil Cat's clearly happy with the time he's set. He's sitting in the pits. He's done with it. He's had enough of qualifying in this, so he will qualify no better than 8th. Tinio's still out there. He could improve still. He's done a 20.6, which only puts him 7/10 behind Evil Cat. 4 seconds off Fescue, which is insane time. And Dan with a 22.1. So he's not going to finish on pole. And at the moment, or 20.9. So still starting from the back. He's given himself a bit of a task as Dan, because I think 11 points is the difference between him. Yeah, so but if he finishes, he's uncatchable. Let's be fair, but I'm sure he'll want to win this championship, having finished on the podium every single time. I think he has. I don't think there's been a race where he hasn't finished on the podium, right? Yeah, 25, 22, 18. So yeah. So he's... Oh, no, maybe not. Round 2 he didn't finish on the podium, but minus 18. So I think it's 20 points for third. So he didn't finish on the podium in one round. So it won't matter anyway. But it would be good if he can finish on the podium in every race he scores in. Imagine that. Which he currently has at the moment, but it'd be good. I think if you're going to win a championship, you want to kind of cement it in the last race just to prove a point, right? So Vescu's still the fastest man out there. He hasn't been able to recreate that blistering 16.666. As Edinburgh lad goes up to 5th behind JJ. Yeah, that's one of those laps where absolutely everything was perfectly dialed in. But he's on the soft compound tyre. Shake Your Booty is only 2/10 slower, and he's on those mediums. So fully expect. And the thing is as well, with his biggest challenger, I think you've got, obviously Jax is there. I think Jax has resigned himself to the fact that he's done. Who's still on a hot lap? Vescu's still on a hot lap. Shake Your Booty's still on a hot lap. Who else is that there? Where is he? Trying to find who it is. There we go. That's Amsterdam. He's on a hot lap. This is his last chance to get some improvement. It's not looking great at the moment for finishing any higher than 10th on the grid. Rounds that final corner. The clock is ticking. The flag is waving. Can he improve on that 2:20.9? And the resounding answer to that is, can he flock? No, he doesn't. So he actually qualified. The current championship leader, and let's face it, in 17 laps time, the guy we're probably going to be crowned champion, well, we're not going to be, they are, the guy that's going to be crowned champion, cannot get himself off the back of the grid. But he is starting on the hard tyres, as will be Evil Cat, as will be Tinio, as will be Shark, as will be Volks Hudson. Edinburgh lad will also be starting on hard. So all of those 6 starting on the hard compound tyres. Then we've got JJ and Vescu. They're starting on the soft compound tyres, but they will be pitting lap 5, lap 6. A Shake Your Booty chucks one in right at the death and messes up the 666. Hate you, hate you, I hate you. You ruined it. Piss off. I'm not joking. That's a blistering lap. A 2:16.4 to take pole from the guy who was predicted to win this championship and missed race number 2. Had a bad race number, well, bad by his standards, race number 3, and now finds himself on pole in that Huracan. So official lineup for those of you that missed any of it. Shake, shake, shake the booty in Huracan. 2:16.4 for him. Vescu joins him on that front row with a 2:16.6. 6, the number of the beast. JJ manages to also to go into the sub 2:17s with a 16.787 in that Supra. Shake Your Booty though and JJ both on medium tyres. Vescu and Jax. Is JJ on the softs? Jackson on the mediums, I can't remember. I think it's Jackson, Shake Your Booty on the mediums, and JJ and Vescu on the softs. Jax in that M6, then Edinburgh Lad, Wolves Hudson Shark, and Tino. Right, we're ready to go. 10 drivers left. We've got Schmergen there. I'm assuming he's not racing. So there we have it. Right, straight in then we go. How about that then? If you're wondering what the SH is at the top, it's not short for shit. It's Stoma House. It's charity supporting people with Stoma. Do go and check them out and send them all your money immediately. Thank you very much. Right, let's go with Shark from the outset. Get in me drone and follow him. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4 lights. What do we want? Race car noises. When do we want it? Meow. And Shark with a phenomenal start up to turn 1, coming round the Iron Brew car with ease up to 5th. That is a great start. Alfa Romeo just inside him, has to be careful going through, but everyone looks to be through nice and safely, no damage, and we are racing. Vescu with a great start as well. He already up into the lead on those soft tyres, and that's exactly where he'll want to be early doors in that BMW. Wants to leave Shake Your Booty behind. In fact, JJ as well, also on those softs. We want to try and get past him and let those softs get the best work for him possible, but Jack's putting some pressure on. They're both in one's in the Supra, one's in the BMW, so the BMW all clearly looking strong. You can see the hands of Vescu looking pretty strong. He up the inside, he makes the move. Can he make it stick? Side by side they go. Can't make it stick. That superior grip in those soft compound tyres are making the difference at the moment, but only for a few laps before we see the tables turn. Shark is the best of the hard tyre runners, currently running in 5th position. He's got Edinburgh Lad all up inside his business in the Iron Brew car. And what else would you expect from a Scottish driver than Iron Brew on the side of the car? It's what they live for. We wake up and drink coffee. They wake up, they drink Iron Brew and bend lampposts because they're well hard. Talking of Edinburgh, that's where my daughter's going to watch Taylor Swift, because the tickets for London were fucking ridiculous. Put it this way, it was cheaper to pay for a hotel and the trains and the tickets for 3 people than it was to buy just 3 tickets to go to Wembley. Insanity. Wolves Hudson in that Alfa Romeo 4C, running in 7th. Evil Cat in 8th. Amsterdam has gained 1 place already. He's ahead of Tino, but Tino with a great little move there. Looked like he was going to make it, but the corner came before he could pull around the outside, and Dan holding him off. So he's got some work to do at the moment as Dan, if he wants to take a podium in this final race. He knows that he basically just has to finish today in order to win the championship. But you've got to think bragging rights, right? You gotta. Right, so there is Vescu. Let's go on board with Shake Your Booty, because he is on the mediums. He's chasing down Vescu, and you can see here just how close he's getting to the back of him, and not scared to let that car run its full capacity, despite being right under the back wing of Vesky. You can see the difference those soft tyres make in terms of braking and acceleration. But even still, in Shake Your Booty's hands, there is no slowing down. He's like a rocket ship, and this is a brave move if he tries it here. I genuinely thought for a minute he was going to have a little looky up the inside. Didn't need to, because the door has been left firmly open for him. You can see here just how open that door was. Couldn't quite make the move. Vescu doing enough to hold him off, but no more. Round the outside again, possibly for Shake Your Booty. Doesn't make it this time. He's got the inside line here. Doesn't quite make it that time either. He's having a nibble every corner now. Nibbly. JJ getting involved with that as well. Look at that. JJ's hoping for a coming together ahead of him, and he can capitalise on that and make some big moves. He's tucked in behind Shake Your Booty. He wants to get as much slipstream as possible. Very difficult corner here. He takes a very wide line through there, hoping for the little switcheroo while those two are battling. Shake Your Booty makes the move and makes it stick. Let's have a little looky-see at that. That was a very smart move there from Shake Your Booty. He has the inside line here, and just under braking, even though he's got those medium tyres, he gets it slowed down, takes the gap that's offered to him, and says, thank you very much, off I go. So JJ's still in third. Is he now going to put some pressure on Vesky? Remember, bear in mind that JJ also on the soft compound tyres. Shake Your Booty makes a mistake up ahead. He's on the grass, but recovers well enough to stay ahead. That could have gone horribly wrong though. The slightest push of the gas or twist of the wheel, and you are into a wall, my friend. Excuse me. We're on lap 3 already. It's not fair, man. This is going to be over soon. No, JJ again, he's one of those that takes that wider line in and the softer line out. Well, Shake Your Booty leaves the door open, and that's Vescu back up into the lead. They have to go single file through here. You cannot go side by side through this section, and that's a great run JJ's got on the back of Shake Your Booty. We'll have a look behind soon. He's tucking in, trying to get the outside line because Shake Your Booty's not going to let him have it. JJ now trying round the outside. It's a long way round though. Can't do it. Has to tuck back in behind. This lets Vescu pull away. These two, this is what Vescu needs. He needs Shake Your Booty and JJ to get into it, have a little battle. That gives him a bit of breathing room to just pull away and give himself the gap that he would so love to have. You don't want to be under pressure here, particularly when you're on the soft tyres and you want to try and make them last that little bit longer. You know, like the little blue pill you have to take when things aren't going so well. That's what you want for your tyres at this stage. And JJ's got a good run on Shake Your Booty. Does a really good job out there again. Shake Your Booty though covering that inside line very well. But a wide line, hoping that gap's going to open up for him. It doesn't. But JJ again with a great exit, using the slipstream, heading down, and big right-hander here. Is he going to go up the inside? He's not. He chooses just to tuck in, but again hoping on the exit he can get that traction and make the move. Again, doesn't happen. So close to racing between these three. We'll have a look further down the field soon, but it is all action, all go with the front three at the moment. Of course, once the tyres go off, it's done. And there's the move. JJ makes it. He's up into second place. This is the chance for him and Vescu now to try and capitalise on these softer tyres and at least put a little bit of a gap over the next couple of laps before they are forced to pit. And let's have a little look how the tyres are looking for these front two, because of course they're both on the soft compounds. That is Vescu there. He's on the softs. He's doing a slightly better job of looking after his tyres, but he hasn't been in the battle for quite as long. It's a BMW versus Supra. I was going to say two great Japanese cars there, but it's not. It's a German, isn't it? Shake Your Booty. Has he resigned himself to the fact that these are clearly a bit quicker but have got a pit? Now, into the pits goes who? Right. Dan's in. He's only done a few laps on those tyres, but he's done the minimum amount. He's getting rid of those hards. They have to be used at some point. Might as well do it now. Edinburgh Lad in. Dan in. Shark in. Evil Cat staying out. Tino stays out. Vulps stays out as well. Gaps between them at the moment. They were on the hard tyres. They're not going to be racing anyone anytime soon, but it's all going to change when others start to pit. So it looks like the predominantly used tyre here is going to be the medium tyre, unless of course you're going to have to use the hards at some stage. So you could go soft hard. That's certainly a strategy, or soft hard soft. or hard, soft, soft, whichever way you want to do it. I don't know if you could go hard and then soft. I think you'd have to. I think it's a medium and then a hard kind of job. Is that what Shake Your Booty's going to do? Is he going to just go medium and hard and just make this a one-stop race? Fuel is going to be dictating for these medium tyre runners very soon as well. But they're the only three in the race. Let's go back on board, and I want to go on that seat now. I love this view, sitting here in the passenger seat. You can have a little. It's almost like it is almost like sitting in the seat with him. He's looking up the inside again, not quite close enough to make a move on those two ahead. JJ ahead of Vescu. He's making moves now. The British driver ahead of Vescu, but Vescu not giving this up easily. You can see just how close racing these two are, but of course they're going to be putting into the pits. Probably one more lap before we see them go in. This is lap 4 of 17 here. If you're just joining us, this is the ZFS Racing World Series Season 4 final round at Kyoto, Yamagiwa and Miyabi mixed track. 6 races we've had, 2 drop rounds, so only 4 best scoring rounds count. Massive work to put in, and you will only score points today if you score more than your lowest previous scoring round. Quite simply. Vescu again the 2 different lines and Shake Your Booty actually had to back out a little bit, almost ploughing into the back of Vescu. Just with Vescu going seemed to be a little bit slower through that first corner. Shake Your Booty really trying to bear down on him. Can we let's have a go back here, because I haven't looked behind. There's nothing, absolutely nothing to see here. There is no one behind for anyone to see. And it's quite annoying, right? You look here, right? You're inside the car, yeah? And you go that way, and you're looking out the window, right? And you go that way, and you're looking out the window. And you go that way, and there's just no car there. So I'm just assuming it's just the front bit of the car, and there's no back seats, nothing. What am I moaning for, man? It's still the best graphics of any racing simulator on the market. Let's be brutally honest about it. The problems that there are with GT7 in terms of lobbies being a bit shit, track selection being a little bit light, car selection being a little bit predictable, particularly with the new cars coming out, and certainly with a whole host of stuff that they haven't brought from GT Sport. The graphics are second to none. There is not a simulator on the market that can emulate these phenomenal graphics. Even Forza is dog shit in comparison to this. It just hasn't got the same beauty. And talking of beauty, Shake Your Beauty, what the hell happened there? That was incredibly brave. Let's have a little look at just what happened. He makes this move, but it was very late, far too late on the brakes. He's brave, absolutely flying through the corner. That could have gone very, very wrong for him, but he did survive in the end. Shake Your Booty. But his tyre's not looking that much better than those guys out in front. So JJ, he's going to have to pit at the end of this lap 5, as will Vescu. Those tyres are done. And that will put Shake Your Booty into the lead of this race. So we'll see them stay to this left-hand side. JJ coming in, Vescu coming in, Shake Your Booty, he's in third. He is coming in as well, strangely, very strangely. Jax staying out, and I think that's the right move. I think if you're on the medium tyres, you've got the extra lap here or there, use it. And well, Shake Your Booty, and Shake Your Booty did stay out. I don't know why the graphic showed him going in, but he didn't go in, he did stay out. I stand corrected. You are corrected, Pirate, you are corrected. Fastest lap of the race for him thus far. That's a 2:17.6. He's chasing second in the championship, of course. As it stands, Jack's there in the BMW. He is the last of the non-hard tyre runners to stay out on the track. Vaughn Hudson up to third. He's on the hards. I'm going to see what he's switched to when he goes in. Evil Cat, hello Tiddlers, Red Bull Ring Tiddlers. Yeah, whatever. That's another thing that PD needs to do. They need to do a thing where when the race is underway, you can't join the lobby. You can only join if it's the last lap or something. So just so it doesn't fuck with the lobby, or at least tell people there's a race ongoing so they don't jump in. Vescu there, he is now on the hard compound tyre. Does he run this to the end? I doubt it very much. I wouldn't be surprised if he does soft, hard, soft. And that's how it works in my relationship as well. Moving swiftly on. JJ on the medium compound tyre. He still needs to run the hard. He's going soft, medium, hard, clearly. That's how he's going to run his race. Only going to do probably a similar amount of laps, actually, somewhere like 6 laps maybe on the mediums. Shark is running in 7th. He's on the medium tyres now. He changed those out. He's going to run again probably 5 or 6 laps on the medium tyres. Wonder whether they're certainly not going to use the hard tyres again, are they? Dan's on the mediums as well. He's now up to 8th position. Still 33 seconds off the lead. He's still got an extraordinary amount of work still to do. And Shark is no slouch, let's be fair. He's going to have to catch him, and he's going to have to pass him. We're already on lap 6. He's got an awful lot of work to do if he wants to improve. Basically, the championship's his as Shake Your Booty goes in. We know the championship's his. The aim now has got to be 100 points, right? So he just needs to do better, or 2 better than his worst scoring round. So win the race, and you are on over 100 points, baby. That's simple. Simple. Tino is in 9th. He's on those mediums. Edinburgh Lad also on the mediums, but Tino's just changed them out, and he's 22 seconds ahead of Edinburgh Lad at the moment. It just goes to show how far back I would be if I were racing these guys. So the guy in last, Edinburgh Lad, just come out. He's been out of the picture for a few laps now. He's doing 2:18s. I'm like a 2. I suppose if take the mistakes out, I'm probably 2:20 on my fastest lap. So Evil Cat ditching those hard tyres. He's back out just behind Tino on those mediums. Right, out in the lead is Jax. He stayed out on those medium tyres for another lap, which is unexpected, but he's 2 seconds clear of Vulps Hudson, who's still running on the hards. He's going to come in at the end of this lap as well. 2 stops, of course, for everybody. I think I can't see how you one-stop this. Well, actually, I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't think it's one-stoppable. Shake Kaboonie, he's on the hards now. He knows he needs to run them, as does Vescu. He's got ahead of Vescu, and he's 4.3 seconds clear of him as it stands. JJ on the mediums. He still needs to run. No, he's running the hard. Oh no, run the soft. So he still needs to run those hard compound tyres. So Vulps is the only one in the top 4 that didn't start in that top 4, but will be pitting at the end of this lap 7. Let's go full rundown. Let's go from the back, shall we? Edinburgh Lad in the Iron Brew car, 8.5 seconds behind Evil Cat. Will be pitting again in probably about 4 or 5 laps, depending on how long you can make those tyres last. We know the drop-off is huge after the halfway point, and we know that the RA absolutely hates tyres, hates rubber, loves to burn it like crazy. Evil Cat is on fresh tyres, as we see Vulps going in. Does Jax stayed out for another lap? Jax has stayed out for another lap. That, you do realise you're not actually paying for the fuel yourself, right? Is he trying to one-stop this race? I said this race wasn't one-stoppable, but he's taking it past the halfway point. So maybe it is. Maybe it is one-stoppable. Vulps possibly could as well. So Jax, he's got no choice. He's going to pit at the end of this lap. Absolutely going to pit at the end of this lap. He's 9.8 ahead of Shake Your Booty. He will take the lead of this race. But will he have to stop again? Yes, he will. He's going to have to stop now. So Jack's in a really, really good position, because if he is one-stopping this race, he's 9.6 ahead. He's going to come into the pits at the end of this lap. Shake Your Booty is also going to come in at the end of this lap because he didn't put a lot of fuel on. He's running the hard compound tyres for the bare minimum amount of time, which makes me so mad. Who's that crazy ginger dude with the camera just there on the left-hand side, or right-hand side? Did anyone else see that? I wonder if we'll see it again. Could be a different camera angle this time, won't it? So we won't see the cameraman. Be interested to see if he's still there. Should be on the left this time. See, continuity error. Found a continuity error. He's not there. Oh, there's a little battle going on there. It's Vescu on the back of JJ. JJ on the mediums. Vescu's on those hards. It's 1.1 behind him. But we know Vescu's been pretty darn racy today and shown some incredible pace out in front for that Dead Bunny racing team. I guess it's Dead Bunny because I saw a Dead Bunny on his bonnet. Let's have a little look if he's able to catch him. 1.1. It's sticking out 1.1. He's 3.4 ahead of Shark. I was going to do the full run through, but then I got sidetracked by this odd strategy decision from Shake Your Booty. I think actually Shake Your Booty had put on more fuel. He might have been a little bit further back, but he'd be in a much better position, I think, to take on Jax. He'd certainly take the lead of the race here. So he comes in. Jax is in. That's his first stop. Shake Your Booty is in. That's his second stop. JJ comes through into the lead. He's going to need to pit again some point in the next 4 or 5 laps. Looking at the fuel, Vescu's through. He's going to pit in about 3 or 4. Shark, 2 or 3 laps for him. Maybe 3 laps. Dan, again 3 or 4 for him, but he's now up to 4th. I was questioning whether he could make it. He's chasing down that 100-point target. Absolutely chasing it down. Right. So Shake Your Booty comes out in 9th. Jax out in 6th. He's running the hard. He is going to the end of this race. 1 stop for Jax. Does that mean that Vescu is 1 stopping as well? Don't know. Well, Vescu's definitely not 1 stopping. So Jax is 1 stopping this race. That's a phenomenal decision from him. Right, Vauls Hudson, he's on the mediums. He could potentially, what did he do? 8 laps on him. He could actually take it to the end if he's really, really smart with the tyres. Evil Cat running in 8th position. He is on those medium tyres. I think he's going to need to pit again. Shake Your Booty. He's going to go to the end on the mediums. Yeah, I think he's going to the end on those mediums. Edinburgh Lad, he's going to have to pit again. He's got damage as well, so he's going to have to repair that damage, which he sustained to the rear of the car. That R8 wants to kill you, man. Every time you get in that car, it just wants to murder you. It wants to fling you into a wall and make your brains come out of your ears. Both the real one and on here. A friend of mine actually bought one, so we're going back to pre-COVID. He bought it a couple of years before COVID, so 2018. He bought the R8 and he drove it a little bit when he first got it. And genuinely, he turned around. I think he'd only had it about 2 months, and he said it was the biggest piece of shit he'd ever driven. That it was, it looked beautiful and the status was great, but it was a big, massive, expensive pile of shit. That was a scathing report on it. And he sold it. He lost an absolute fortune. I think he lost like nearly 40% of its value because he bought it brand new as well. So he bought it brand new. I think he waited 8 months to get the car. He got the car. He hardly drove it, and he sold it. He did keep it for a couple of years, to be fair. But in real terms, he lost kind of 40% of the value, despite the fact it had probably less than 2,000 miles on the clock. He drove it. I think he drove it to France when he first got it for a road trip and back, and that was it. So maybe a little bit more than 2,000 miles on the clock. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So JJ currently 4.2 seconds clear. He's going to have to pit. Vescu is going to have to pit. He is running in second, 1.1 ahead of Shark. Gary Clark. Gary Clark. He's named Shark. He's catching Vescu. He's going to have to pit as well. Will come in this lap. Vescu might go one more. Dan, he's going to have to pit again. He's up to 4th. Where it slots him in is anybody's guess. But I would imagine he's going to run so he can finish on the softs, as men so often do. There is Tino. He's up to 5th. He's going to have to pit again as well. Can he take it another couple of laps so he can finish on the soft as well, potentially. Vorps Hudson, is he running to the end? Be brave if he is. I'm not sure if the tyres are there for him to the end, but fuel-wise he should be alright. Jax, we know, is going to the end. Now, he is 23 seconds off the lead at the minute, but everybody ahead of him, with maybe the exception of Vorps, who I think is going to pit anyway, is going to pit. 23 seconds is plenty of time to retake the lead of this race. He's 2.1 seconds clear of Evil Cat, who's on those medium tyres, but he is under pressure from Rocket Man himself, Shake Your Booty, and he is on those mediums and running to the end of this race. So he is going flat out hell for leather. Now, can he make this move on Evil Cat? Look, there's essentially 8 laps remaining as Shark into the pits. He is going to want to absolutely throw this car around these corners. Now, 8 laps on the mediums is right on the cusp of how long they're going to last. So I'm wondering whether he's going to... You've got to be brave, I think. I think you've got to accept that you're going to need to take a few risks if you want to win this race. And I don't mean in terms of taking risks in terms of chucking a car up the inside when there's clearly no space to do so. I mean risks in terms of you might have to feather the tyres home at the end. There's no point saving them now. You can't keep them. So is he going to really push and put this move on Evil Cat? He doesn't necessarily know what tyres Jack's on unless he was paying attention, which he may well have been. Now, he's got a great run out there. He's making that move on Jax and up into 6th. So 2.2 seconds. Sorry, making a move on Evil Cat, sorry. 2.2 seconds to Jax. His fastest lap is a 17.6. He's not going to be doing that on these mediums. 18.6 all day long. Jax doing 19.3s. So he will catch him, but he's got to pass him. And there is a question mark on what those tyres are going to be like at the end of this race. I mean, he's catching him really, really quickly because Jax, it looks like, made a mistake on those hard tyres. So Shake Your Booty gets a nice little chunk out of Jax. But at the moment, you've got to say Shake Your Booty and Jax are the favourites for 1-2. And I'd probably, based on pace, I think I'm going to edge and say I think Shake Your Booty's got it. However, right, Danny's on the medium, so he's going to run to the end on the medium tyres. He's 30 seconds off the lead of this race. 5.7 behind Evil Cat. His fastest lap on the medium tyres, of course, is in those low 218s. Evil Cat is mid 218s, so he is going to have to pit again. So he's got that. So Shake Your Booty is going to be his target. That's some freaking target, man. That is some target. Right, out in the lead. Let's have a little looky see. Last lap for him before JJ goes in. Vescu is coming in now. He's going to run softs to the end, I'm guessing. Tino probably the same. Vorps Hudson, there he is in 4th. What's he going to do? He's going to stay out. He can't run to the end. There's no way. There's no way he's making those tyres last to the end. If he does, he's a tyre whisperer. And we're going to burn him. Which? Burn him! Shake Your Booty is... what happened to... What happened to Jax? I think we already catch... he's got significant damage on the front there. He's binned it. So Jax out of this battle for the lead now. That hands all of the goodies. It's in Shake Your Booty's hands at the moment, absolutely in his hands. 23 seconds his gap to the lead. Both cars are ahead. Excuse me. Certainly JJ is going to pit at the end of this lap. Vorps Hudson is either the world's greatest tyre whisperer or going to pit again as well. So Shake Your Booty went from questioning whether he should have just stayed out on the hards to he's going to win this race. I think I can't see anyone else here that's going to catch him. I can't see Evil Cat catching him. I don't think it's Evil Cat. He's significantly quicker than me. Significantly quicker than a lot of people I know. But he's on medium tyres. He's going to have to pit, so he ain't going to catch him. Dan's going to the end. And I know he's more than capable of putting in similar times to Shake Your Booty. And he has done a 17.8 on those mediums. certainly on the last set of mediums he did. So he's certainly got the pace, but the distance between them is significant, and I don't think the pace differential between them is quite as significant. So Dan's still on for a podium. I don't think second is enough for him to make the 100-point mark. So JJ in, that'll promote Vulps to lead. If he chooses to stay out. The thing is, if he knows now, he's got to know by now that those tyres aren't going to last. Why not come in a little bit earlier, put on the soft compound tyres, and then run to the end? But he's not. He's staying out. Staying out. I think I would have come in a little bit earlier, knowing that you're going to have to, if you know you've got to pit again, come in a little bit earlier, gives you a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature and maybe chase down a position or two. Let's have a look. So where did... So Edinburgh lad in the pits. Is he in the pits? He's quit to the pits. Not a fan of that, as you guys well know. He's not had a great race. He's decided to park up in the pits. It's as good as a rage quit. I'm going to say it. It's no different than a rage quit. And I understand there are some reasons why people have to leave. But if you're doing it just because you're last, I don't know what to say. What do I say? Well, how do you frame that in a positive way? You can't. You might as well just quit the lobby and go do something else. Sitting in the pits is basically saying, I'm going to hide in the pits because I don't want to rage quit. I want to get points for finishing. You didn't finish. Simple as. Right. Let's not go on about it. It's the way I feel, and I'm entitled to my opinion, I think. Yeah. Right. So Vulps Hudson leads, but he's got to change those. He's got to change those tyres. He's got to do it now. The longer he leaves it, the more time it's going to cost him. Simple as that. Shaky Booty will take the lead of this race, and he's 4.1 ahead of JJ. JJ's being caught though by Amsterdam. He is on a charge now, and he was having a look then at making the move, but didn't make it then. So is the move on now, heading around this little twisty left-right section. Moves not on here. Gap up the inside. Maybe he's gone very wide into the corner. Having a little look up the inside. The gap not left by JJ. JJ's not going to make it easy for him. He's no slouch, JJ, and he's not. He doesn't care if Dan's going to win the championship. He's going to make him pass him on the racetrack in the right way. So Dan's getting a run into the final corner, coming to the end of lap 13 of 17 laps. The door is open up the inside. Oh, little back end swizzle for JJ, and that allows Amsterdam just to get on the power. His last lap was a 2:17.5, fastest lap of the race. Boom. 2:18.9. Right, the chase down is on. Have you got any Benny Hill music? I'll tell you what I'll do. Alright, if Dan catches Shake Your Booty, I will cut this video from this point. Let me get rid of this. So we've got the thing. I will cut this video from this point, or certainly replay from this point, and I will make a sped up video with me humming the Benny Hill theme tune over the top until he catches him. But you've got to catch him and pass him before the end of this race. There we go. You've got it. The gauntlet is laid down. If you're listening, Dan, get on it, son. Get on it. Right, he has got the fastest lap of the race. He's going to need 4 more of them. 4 more 2:17.5s, and hope that Shake the Booty is staying in those 2:19s. It's on like Donkey Kong. Let's have a look through the rest of the field then while Dan gets the chase. And I can always pick up from the replay later, can't I? Right. We know that Edinburgh Lad has rage quit into the pits. Evil Cat is on the back of Jax. I'd rather Jax like Fleetwood Max. Jax was a shoo-in for a top 3 and then had to repair his car after some damage. He's on the softs, so he's going to try and pull away from Evil Cat. It looks like he's going to do that quite easily. There is Jax running in 8th position, and you can see the Evil Cat already dropping off into the distance. Tino is 18 seconds up the road, 1.4 behind. There's a battle ahead. That's Vescu and Vulps. Vescu looking up the inside. Looks like Vulps made the move on Vescu. Vescu was a early leader, and the Vulps actually was the top hard tyre runner early on in the race, and it really has flipped up on his head. Dan starting from the back of the grid in 10th position up into second. Shake Your Booty started in pole, on pole, and still is in the lead of this race. This is the end of lap 14. 3 racing laps remain in this season 4 World Series 4 ZFS Racing. And do check them out. It is an awesome meta game, a gamer within a game. It's the online. It's basically an online career mode for GT7, where you earn credits and cars and sponsorships and shizzle. It's awesome. It's one of those ideas when you see it, you think that's brilliant. I wish I'd thought of it first, but I didn't. So Vescu is losing time to Vulps, who's now ahead of Shark. We saw him make that move on Shark. So Vulps is on a bit of a charge on those soft compound tyres, and he's not far behind JJ, who is aiming for place in the top 3. JJ's on hard tyres. It's going to be very difficult to hold him off. Look how close they are. Still 4 seconds separate him. Dan has closed that gap to 2.8 seconds. That is the chase down of all mother friggin' chase downs. He is on it like a car bonnet. 1.5 seconds now. You can see just how quickly he's closing the gap on him, and he's got enough time to do it. I genuinely thought he wasn't going to stand a chance of hitting this top 3. But not only has he got a chance of the top 3, he's going from last to first, and he's going to do it. I always said he's going to work. Look, I say he's going to do it. He's got to get past Shake Your Booty. He's not the easiest driver to get past at any stage of the race. They're both on same tyre and fuel strategies. Look, you see here. Look, see, you can see. There's no saying that. Shake Your Booty's rear tyre looking fucked, and that's the move. That's the move that Dan wanted to see. So here we have it, and there we go. So you can see up ahead. We're just looking at the tyres, and Shake Your Booty has pushed his tyres to the limit, gets it wrong through there, and you can see just hasn't got the grip in that rear. Back end steps out, through goes Dan, and that is the 100-point barrier beaten. Now, how much has that affected Shake Your Booty? Absolutely shitloads. He's down in 7th, so Vulps is going to take 2nd, unless JJ now, Shark and JJ actually, there's a bit of a battle here. This is lap 16. Dan, you're going to get your Benny Hill thing now, aren't you? There we go. I'll do it tomorrow. Right, so here we go. So this is the chase down. Shark is in 4th place. Actually, Vescu. There's still a battle on. 2nd is still very much in the wind for these 4 cars. This is a battle for 2nd. We're on the penultimate lap here, and we're about halfway through. We're coming up to the halfway point now as I head into Miami for the penultimate time. So it's on. It is on. So the challenge was for Dan to catch Shake Your Booty. In the end, Shake Your Booty made it so easy for him. His tyres gave out and he crashed. He's now down in 7th. Right, the challenge is, can Vescu a place in the top 3? Boom, boom! I'm a poet and I don't even know. Right, and it looks like there is a big potential here. 2nd is Vulps Hudson. You can see him. He's up in the distance. He is just going into the hairpin now. But the battle for 3rd still very much on. JJ having a look up the inside. Shark having a look up the inside, and JJ doesn't happen that time. He's tucked in there nicely though. Let's go on board and watch this battle unfold. In fact, let's not do that. Get a better view like this, don't we? So here we go. It's lap 16 of 17. Shark again up the inside, makes the move side by side. Can he hold on? Back end of Vescu just stepping out, a little bit of oversteer there, and just stepping out at the back. Shark doesn't get the move done. JJ holding on for dear life. as we head into the final corner. And that's Shark again, looking up the inside. Shark making the move. This time, he's got the traction. This time, Shark up into that top 3. Volps Hudson off up the road. Let these 3 battle it out. I'm gone, my friend, he says. It's a good run from Vescu. He's going to make a move on JJ into turn 1. Final lap of the series. Final lap of the race. Final lap of season 4. Is it a double overtake for Vescu? He takes JJ, makes that move a little bit wide though. That's going to give JJ that line of going side by side through a part of the racetrack. You've got no business going side by side through there. And Vescu does a sensible thing and pulls out. JJ says, I've got the inside line, I'm keeping it. If you want to get past me, you're going to have to do it somewhere else, sunshine. So Vescu says, okay, give me that chance. And Shark just edging a little bit away from JJ now. JJ gets on the grass, gets all kind of messy. Vescu gets a much better run down. JJ has got the inside line. Vescu though into the braking zone. How's he going to go round the outside? He can't do anything. Vescu with the inside line. JJ with the inside line, but Vescu now on the inside makes the move and it sticks. Boom Shankar. Vescu up to 4th. He has got about 9 corners to catch Shark. Can he do it? Can JJ get himself back into this battle? It is on. What a race. What a culmination to a brilliant season this is. And if you ever want to see what you can get with online racing that you can't get with the single player and you can't get from the dailies, this is absolutely the epitome of what online racing is all about. It's fair, it's fast, it's frantic, and it's bloody close. So just a few corners remain. Shark holding on for the top 3. We cannot miss, of course, Dan crossing the line. We will get there, but this battle's still raging on. You can see Dan's not actually that far ahead that we're going to miss it. So here we go. That is Volps Hudson. He's not finished. And Volps Hudson is challenging for the lead. I didn't think he'd catch him, but he is. It's Volps Hudson. It's Amsterdam for the lead of this race on the final corner. Can Dan hold on? He's got that inside line. It's a drag race. The 4C is going to make it. Volps Hudson is going to steal the win from Amsterdam by millimetres. And it's Shark coming home in 3rd. Vescu will come home in 4th. And JJ home in 5th. My God, I'm a fat man that smokes and drinks too much, and I'm telling you now, this shit is not good for my heart, man. This shit is not good for my heart. What a fucking finish. Absolutely phenomenal shit. Just amazing. That's a highlight reel right there. That is a highlight reel of absolute stonking racing. Shake Your Booty ends up finishing in 7th. Evil Cat in 8th. Jax in 9th. And Edinburgh Lad, man, what a race to quit out of, buddy. What a race to rage quit from. That was absolutely phenomenal, brilliant. I can't think of any more superlatives to describe how good that finish was. And if you're going to finish a race and you're going to finish a World Series, that is absolutely bang on the way to do it. What an absolute stonking finish to a race. And Dan almost pulled off the last to first wonder drive. But Volps Hudson, that was an amazing final stint in that 4C, and drag racing off that final corner round the outside to the line. I wasn't even watching the leaders until I looked up at a mini-map to see where Dan was, and I couldn't see Volps, and then I realised just how close those two were. Wow, just what a finish. One absolute stonking finish to the race. There's no other way to describe how utterly brilliant that was. Shark taking 3rd place with a brilliant drive. Vescu, at one moment it looked like he might take Shark and JJ in one foul swoop. Couldn't make it happen. Finishes just outside that top 3. JJ, good drive as well from him. Really good battling in that Quebash Fitness, whatever it says. Tino, good finish from him in the BMW in the Tic Tac car. Shake Your Booty, got it all kinds of wrong, was being chased down by Dan, just trying to push that extra bit harder to keep him behind, and stepped out the back, and Badoof into a wall he went, and he had to go and change out some tyres and repair. And there we have it. Well done. Fuck me. I need to lie down after that. That was a bit special. There's a confirmation. And Wolverhampton nicking the fastest lap there. Right at the death. Wow. 4C GR3 for Wolverhampton, and that's a win. Dan in second. That is not enough, I don't think, to break the 100 barrier. So 98 points for him. But he does win the championship, of course. And I think Soul Salty Racing will also take the team title. Shark there in third for Mora Racing, trying to steal the team championship, but I don't think it's enough. Vescu there in fourth, JJ in fifth, Tino sixth, Shake Your Booty in seventh, eighth was Evil Cat, ninth was Jax, and Edinburgh Lad is a DNF. Woo! Exciting, wasn't it? Very exciting. So we're done. That is the ZFS Racing World Series Lobby 1 finished. And I've got to say, I don't think there's been a poor race. I'm trying to think back through the races and think, well, is there any that were? I mean, this one stands out head and shoulders above the other five, without question. Absolutely head and shoulders. What finish to any race? But I don't think there's any that stand out as being particularly boring, to be fair. And usually there is. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I've broadcast a lot of races, and sometimes there are races in a series that are just snooze fest, but I don't think we've had one, really. But wow, what an absolute stonky finish. So, listen, if you watching this and you really like what you see, check out ZFS Racing, zfsracing.co.uk. It is a game within a game. It's a career mode for GT7, and this is the kind of quality you can see. This is Lobby 1. There's two other lobbies doing this. Lobby 2 being done by Quentis in the other studio, and not in Southampton like I suggested he was. I don't know why I thought he was in Southampton. He's nowhere near Southampton. I mixed him up with somebody else who I know is from Southampton and does some broadcasting. He is actually on the other side of the world, outside of London, in Nottingham. And I don't say the other side of London because you know what I mean. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Do check them out, zfsracing.co.uk. We're back on Friday with the next round of the Community Team Championship. How about that then? And we will have Race Asylum versus Apex Hunter Racing for race week 2 of that. I think ZFS are racing on Sunday, and I'll be in the commentary booth with the indescribable dulcet tones of my favourite German Jaeger for that. All that's left to say is just fucking wow. Thank you to everyone for watching. Thanks for being involved. I've been UrbanPyrate. This has been the ZFS Racing World Series, and probably one of the best finishes to a race I've ever seen. It's been emotional.